Village Husband is the movie I'm reviewing. This movie is showing on Boss Lady Flex TV. Recap of this movie is a young Lagos boss chic lady who is looking for a husband, and the mom brought in a husband for her from the village, and they got acquainted, they got married. This guy is now in the city with the wife, but obviously he's a village man, so he was doing everything like a local champion, and the wife was not happy with him. So will the marriage survive or not? This is what this movie is about, guys. What I like about this movie, I just enjoy the fun and the cruise on this movie. In a nutshell, I enjoy the comedy part of this movie. It was just comedy central. It's a cruise movie, fun vibes movie, which I like and enjoy. It was just fun kind of movie, and I think I like that for this movie. Another thing I like is the time. I appreciate that they didn't use 2 hours. I like that a lot because this movie really doesn't supposed to take us that long. So I appreciate the time they use in this movie. Again, like I said, I like the fact that it was just comedy, cruise, vibe, just fun kind of movie, just something simple. Which brings me to the point that I also like is the fact that it was a normal acting from Mike and Sandra. Nothing extra was expected of them to do on this movie, so they were just themselves on this set, I presume, because watching this movie you will not expect anything from these actors. And as Mike is also building this niche of a village husband for himself. When you're not using Mike for this role, then you're using Ike Ogbonna for this role, or maybe Stanley for this role. They are perfect for acting the local Igbo husband or boyfriend. They are really good for this role. So I'm not surprised Mike has acted the same role on Sonia Uche's set. He has acted the same role with Uche Nancy's set, even Uche Nabunabo. So this acting was not new to Mike. So that was the same thing he portrayed in this movie. So yeah, I think I like what he did in this movie. I've seen it before, so it was just normal acting for me, and I think I like that. What I don't like about this movie, definitely I'm starting with cinematography. So that was the most annoying and irritated part of this movie. For a movie that was clear depiction from the title Village Husband, I did not expect this kind of cinematography from them at all. Even movies that are shot in the village that gives Asaba vibe has better picture quality than this movie, trust me. And I was like, why? See a scene like this, see how, is it yellow, is it black, what exactly is this? See another one. Scenes that are supposed to be bright are dark. Scenes that are supposed to be bright are dark. Scenes that are supposed to be dark are bright. Scenes that are supposed to just give us soft lighting brightness are dim, dark, gray. What exactly is going on? Like, waiting be this. It's not beautiful. Like, I ask myself, do producers sit down and watch their movie for at least for the hours that they have given those movies? Do they sit down and watch it and say, okay, I think this movie is beautiful, I think this movie is so nice, let's put it on my channel, let's put it on YouTube? Do you people sit down and watch your movies before you post them and think that, okay, yeah, I think this is okay, this is cool? Do you sit down and just watch your movies and think that, yeah, it's nice, let me put it? Do you? Let me not even waste time, because cinematography for this movie is just trash. And this brings me to the point of costume for this movie. Sandra is supposed to be the Lagos big hardworking girl in this movie. Look at the way she dressed. If you watch this movie, does she look like a big Lagos girl? Does she look the part? And I'm so tired of seeing this hairstyle on her in movies. Like, it would just be as if I'm just repeating myself for the same reasons that I do not like most of this YouTube movie, because The editing has a pattern. They have the same landscape. They have the same sound. They do the same movie in the same location. So of course, when I'm reviewing, you are going to see a pattern in what I don't like because they are the same. I'm just tired. I told you guys that 2025 we are going to be hard on YouTube producers because we are going to see more tons of actors turning into producers. So trash in, trash out. This is what YouTube space is giving us, and I am getting tired. And of course, I'm not get tired and do review. I'll just get tired repeating myself, but of course, I'll still repeat myself because waiting be this. This movie should have just even been done in the village safe. It will still come out nice, you know. The costume is bad, and for Mike's costume, he married a village husband. He came, you couldn't dress him up, you couldn't put him together, you couldn't. I'm on a for you. Being yourself, you don't look the part, you don't look like a expensive boss chick that you expect your husband who is from the village to look more appealing to you. So what are we doing on this movie? Waiting be this. You don't look the part, you want your husband to look the part. Hello. Another thing I don't like about this movie is Mike Ezuruonye acting. Now, I said earlier on that, it's just a normal acting. He has acted, this kind of character in various sets before. Now, when you watch the other ones that I've talked about, that he has acted the same thing as a village father, husband, boyfriend, whatnot. There's this thing that he used to say in most of this movie. Onto I mean, I've watched a lot of YouTube movies, so when something is just part. So my question is, the onto that he usually say, are they all part of the script that they've given him? This brings me to my point of, do they even have script that they read out, or they sit down, read and say, okay, I like the script? Do they have lines written down for them to say out in their movies? So are they saying that Michael Ezuruonye's script, all of them have on to say, like there's this word that he always uses locally, obviously, but are they saying they are all part of his script? Is that it? You see how lazy and very mediocre production that they give us on YouTube. It is so sad, like no quality whatsoever. This is why we are always going to appreciate Bolaji and Bimbo's movie. Then maybe Shodek, and then maybe I'll add Abiodun. I mean, they start some Yoruba names, so I really cannot pronounce it that well. But these people, you see their production on YouTube, quality. See. Everybody want to produce movie every week. Why? And another thing I don't like about this movie, for a movie that is just vibes and cruise, I don't expect to see this time used for it at all. Like 2 hours. Why? What are we watching? What are we learning? The comedy is not even comedy in some parts of this movie. So what are we watching? Like, why? Lastly, but not the least, I want to talk about the size. I don't like the size as well. So on that note, I'll give this movie a 1/10. If you haven't watched it and you're interested, you know what to do. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you all in the next movie review.